The hallway of our house felt like a museum dedicated to my sister, Maya. Gold-trimmed frames held her debate trophies. Photos of her winning the Student of the Year award lined the staircase. She was the golden child, the one who never stumbled, never lied, and never disappointed. Then there was me, Julian. I wasn't a bad kid, but I was quiet. I liked fixing old watches and reading in the garden. In Maya's eyes, my existence was a blemish on her perfect landscape. She didn't just want to be better than me, she wanted me to be seen as a villain. The friction started when our parents, hardworking people who valued honesty above all else, announced a reward. The child with the highest integrity and academic standing by the end of the semester would get the down payment for their first car. Maya wanted that car. But more than that, she wanted me to lose. Maya's plan was calculated. She began planting rumors. She told our parents I was skipping classes. She hinted that I was hanging out with a dangerous crowd. When my parents confronted me, I had no proof of my innocence other than my word, which carried little weight against the golden child's testimony. To finish me off, Maya decided to get audio proof. She knew my parents were stressed about their business finances. She planned to provoke a conversation where they would vent their frustrations about me, record it, and play it back to me to shatter my spirit so I'd stop competing for the car. "I'm going to show you what they really think," she whispered to me on a Tuesday afternoon. "You're just a drain on their resources, Julian. A mistake they're tired of paying for." Maya hid a high-end recording device in the library, tucked inside a hollowed-out book. She knew my parents went there every Thursday at 6 p.m. to discuss the family's weekly performance review. That evening, I saw her lingering near the door, a smirk playing on her lips. She waited until they left the room, retrieved the device, and ran to her bedroom. I sat in my room, my heart heavy. If she really had a recording of them calling me a failure, I didn't know if I could recover from it. The backfire happened on a rainy Friday night. We were all seated for dinner, pot roast and tension. "Mom, Dad," Maya started, her voice trembling with fake tears. "I have something difficult to share." I was testing my new recording app for my journalism project in the library yesterday, and I accidentally caught you two talking. I listened to it, and it broke my heart. I think Julian needs to hear how much he's hurting this family." My father's brow furrowed. "We didn't say anything hurtful, Maya." "You did," she lied, her eyes gleaming. "You talked about how he's a disappointment. How you wish he was more like me." She pulled out her phone, connected it to the Bluetooth speaker on the sideboard, and pressed play. The audio was crisp. At first, it was just the sound of pages turning. Then, our parents' voices. "I'm worried about Julian," my mother's voice said. "He seems so withdrawn lately. I feel like Maya is being very hard on him." "I agree," my father replied. "But we have to stay focused. Did you find the missing $2,000 from the business account yet?" The atmosphere in the dining room shifted instantly. Maya's hand twitched toward the stop button, but my father's hand was faster. He slammed his palm on the table. "Let it play." On the recording, the parents left the room to get a file. The library was silent for a minute. Then, the sound of a door creaking open. A younger, hurried voice entered the room. It was Maya. She didn't know the recorder was already running. On the tape, we heard her muffled voice talking to someone on her cell phone, her boyfriend, a guy my parents had strictly forbidden her from seeing because he was known for trouble. "Yeah, I got the money," recorded Maya said, her voice sounding cold and arrogant. "I took another $2,000 from Dad's business drawer. They'll never know. I've already convinced them Julian is the one stealing. He's the problem child, remember? They'd believe I was an angel even if I set the house on fire." Then came the sound of her ruffling through my father's desk, followed by a sickening laugh. "Once I get that car, I'm out of here. Let Julian rot in this house with them." The recording ended with the sound of the library door clicking shut. In the dining room, the silence was deafening. The golden child was gone. In her place sat a thief and a liar, caught by her own trap. My mother looked like she had been slapped. My father's face was a mask of cold fury. Maya's proof of my failure had become the undisputed evidence of her own crimes. The backfire was absolute. The car, 2 weeks later, a sleek, reliable sedan, sat in the driveway. The keys were handed to me. The reputation, my parents spent the evening apologizing to me. The trust they had misplaced in Maya was redirected toward me, the son who had stayed silent and honest. The exile, Maya wasn't just grounded. My parents made her return every cent, working a grueling job at my father's warehouse to pay back the stolen money. Her trophies stayed on the wall, but they felt like tombstones, reminders of a girl who was perfect on the outside but hollow within. Thanks for watching and subscribe.